Have you ever had one of those days where things are going really well, and all of a sudden you hit that wall? And then you question what just occurred? You question where the train wreck was real? It happens. My name is Bill Talbot, and I'm a recovering IT practitioner, and I'm right there with you. It happens to me too, even as I've been doing asset management, software asset management, and now configuration management for 25 to 30 years. It happens here too, even today. Not right this moment, but it's happened within the last 6 months, probably a couple times. Because think about the definition of humility. Humility means a modest or low view of one's own importance. As IT practitioners, specifically in hardware and software asset management and configuration management, we hit this all the time. Why is this? It's because everyone around us feels that we're just a backroom operation. We're not. We're much more than that. We're very critical of the organization. And sometimes we just have to repeat ourselves. A lot of times we have to repeat ourselves. But when you think about humility, when it comes to that point, right? Why do we feel that we have low view of our own importance? It's because our pride has been hurt. Our pride's been impacted. Trust me, I've had this done even in the industry perspective in the last year and a half. I've had people personally attack me because I have the cooperative. And keep in mind, the only reason why this cooperative is here is to help fellow practitioners in ways that other organizations don't and never have. Because keep in mind, I've been presenting in conferences for 20 years, all sorts of different conferences, end user conferences, organizational conferences, etc. All to be objective to help the practitioner succeed. That's my why. Listen to it. The recording's already out there. LinkedIn, community, etc. But the whole idea behind this, and when that happened, as far as being cut down, it's about humility. Made me realize that, get back to the core, why am I doing this? Which I will also say helped reinforce why I'm doing this. Yes, I'm willing to go through the pains, trials, and tribulations to help practitioners succeed. So practitioners are not wandering around aimlessly trying to figure out how to perform the functions that they've learned. Instead of feeling like an imposter with all the certifications, you actually have the certifications, you know how to apply it. Yes, that's what this opportunity provided me. The humility to sit back and reflect. Say, okay, adversity, fine, a little humility built into it, reflecting to say, okay, how do you move forward? Because what you want to think about, this is John Maxwell quote I always remember, your attitude towards failure determines your attitude after failure. Let me say it again. Your attitude towards failure determines your attitude after failure. Because if you're on the right track, it's going to happen anyways. It's about your determination. Because you don't want to allow the fear of adversity to make you a skeptic. You want to purify you. And that's where humility comes into play. And your opportunity to grow, to thrive, to be that better person. Gave one example in the industry perspective. This even happens on the volunteer side. I had it happen to me about 2 years ago. Do really well. But when people do really well and thrive at what they're doing, and trust me, I love scouting. I love helping youth become eagle. Anybody knows me, I'm big time into scouting to be able to help the youth of tomorrow be our leaders of tomorrow. And I don't do it just for ego. I have no ego tied into it. I enjoy watching them thrive. That light bulb going on to go that next step. But there's some within scouting that did not like that I excelled the way I did and was foreseen and well recognized with what I did. And it happens in the industry as well, but they decided to cut me down. That humility that happened, that because of that, made me also reflect, why did this happen? What's the purpose of it? What's the purpose of me? Do I want to continue on? Is it the right thing to do? I will say that one hit me pretty hard. Won't say it didn't, but it also made me reflect and realize who my true friends are. I didn't say were, but are. Actually, I should add were in too. Who my true friends I thought who they were, but I found out who they are. And that's a difference. Humility allowed me to do that. By looking back, reflecting, identifying what is occurring, connecting the dots, and saying, really? Sometimes patience is not easy. Trust me. Patience for me, you can ask anybody that knows me. I got patience, but I struggle. We all do. But you think about it. Humility helped me become the better person. Even there, rely who I'm doing, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. It helped me identify what I really want to do next. Did I continue in Scouts? I did. Have I thrived past that person, that crab? I'll just call it that person who drugged me down and drugged me through the trenches. Trust me, you never want to go some of those experiences I've seen in the last 2 years, professionally or personally, or even on the volunteer side. But it helped me grow. I know that's an odd thing to hear, but it helped me to grow because I looked at the humility behind it. Help me reflect who I am, what I'm doing, how I'm moving forward. Did I take a wrong direction? Or was it more, I had skeptics out there that decided they wanted to trip me up? But sometimes that allows you to grow. Have you had that? Have you had that? Because you have to think about if there's any single factor that makes for success in living, it's the ability to draw dividends from defeat. William Marston said that. If there is any single factor that makes for success in living, it's the ability to draw dividends from defeat. So defeat is how you want everyone to define it, but you learn. You've learned if you're going to be determined, you'll find an alternative way of getting there. Because if you're committed, failure doesn't mean that you'll never succeed. It just means it'll take you a little bit longer to get there. The commitment that you're capable of failing forward until you reach your goals. Well, that's my little nugget on humility for this week. Hopefully you enjoy it. Feel free to put your comments below. Feel free to look us up at the ITM Co-op, the IT Management Co-op. We're here for practitioners. We're helping enable ITAM, SAM, and configuration management managers and practitioners be successful. Because we know there's a lot of struggles out there. And I know from experience, worked with a lot of practitioners, it's a common problem. How can I solve it? This is part of it. It's not all of it. But be amongst a community that cares about you, cares about the practitioner, cares about not just the practitioner, but helps you be more successful at what you do. Because at the end of the day, I want you to be successful. At the end of the day, I want you to go to bed and relax. At the end of the day, I want you to go home and enjoy time with your family. Also have this right skill set in place and mindset that you're able to enjoy the time at home. Not just worry about work. And be amongst a community that cares. Feel free to reach out to me, direct message me, put me a nugget, drop me an email, look at the website. I'm here for you. Absolutely. Feel free to reach out. Mr. Bill here. I'm signing off for now. Talk to you later. Bye now.